So once again, good afternoon to each and everyone. We know that in the last classes, basically we discussed about microeconomics. Microeconomics, clear? And we discussed about various factors that are related with the microeconomics and its features. Okay, now we are directly going to the central problems of an economy. Central problems of an economy. Let me share the screen. Okay, so this is what now we know that what are the basic problems here. Okay, now we are going to study about the central problems of an economy here. So economizing of resources mean that resources are to be used in such a manner that the maximum output is released per unit of input. It also means optimal utilization of resources. Okay, so don't worry, the meaning is so simple only. Okay, whatever the resources we have, we want to utilize the resources in its maximum, maximum. Okay, so for example, we bought a chapel, a slipper we bought. Okay, so want to use that for centuries. Are we able to use the slipper for centuries there? If you find some people, okay, if you can observe some people, we can find that the slipper is totally worn out. Then also they are stitching that and they are wearing that. Okay, it's an example for what? Maximum utilization of resources. Maximum utilization of resources. Some people are there, they're using the soap. Okay, the soap will turn as a or turn like a blade. Then also they will use later that blade they will attach with the new soap. Okay, so that also example for what? Maximum utilization of a resource. Maximum utilization of a resource. Some people eat. What they will do, they will finish off all the things what served in the plate. Okay, finally we can say that the plate will show the reflection of the person, those who ate from the plate. That much perfectly they will finish or they will eat. Okay, without leaving any single grain out of the plate. They will eat everything there. So that kind of things are example for what? Maximum utilization of resources. For considering with the government, what are the things that are available? So in microeconomics, we are not discussing that basically. So I am leaving that. So individually, okay, individually, the resources what we have, the money what we have, or the things what we already purchased and using, that all we want to use. Okay, so optimum use of resources, maximum use of resources, that what we required in microeconomics. Okay, so it's the central problems of economy, central problems of an economy. Here, the first point says, the problems of making a choice among alternative uses of resources is known as the basic or central problems of an economy. Okay, what is that? We want to choose. Okay, we want to choose how to use our resources. How to use our resources. That's what the problem here. We want to think about that. We have to choose that. Okay, there are many central problems of an economy, but according to syllabus, okay, what related with our textbook, we have to do one these problems of allocation of resources. Allocation, where we want to use the resources what we have with us. Okay, so we already know that every economy has limited resources. It is the responsibility of the government to think about resource planning, how to utilize the resources. That is related with the central problems: what to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce, So before that, I asked a question. What is that? If you are, or if you just imagine that you are the prime minister, there's a situation in the frontier or the border of the country. Anytime there's a chance for war, so only a little or limited amount is there with the government. The same time, the government find that the people in the country is starving without food. Okay, so this is a dilemma for the government, the problem for the government. What to do with the resource, or what to do with the money? Want to purchase weapons to fight against the threatening neighboring country, or want to purchase food for the people? So government will think what to do with the money or what to do with the resource. Here, resource is the money. Okay, so what to produce? Want to produce weapons or want to produce food grains? Okay, so that's a question here. Next one, how to produce. The third question is for whom to produce. Okay, here we came here, what to produce, what to produce. Okay, so, sorry, what to produce. What to produce refers to a problem in which decision regarding which goods and services should be produced is to be taken. Okay, what to produce refers to a problem in which decision regarding which goods and services, okay, which goods and services related to the need of the country, what want to produce, what want to produce. That's what the problem. Okay, the government want to think related with the present situation of the country, what want to produce. Since its resources are limited, every economy has decided what commodities are to be produced and in what quantities. So we already know that resources are limited. Resources are limited. So it's a problem with the government want to allocate the limited resources for various wants. So that is related with the quantities and qualities of a product that is going to be produced by the government. Okay, since its resources are limited, every economy has to decide what commodities are to be produced and in what quantities. What want to produce? What are the need of the people? Example, we know that we South Indians, our staple food. What is our staple food, Amal Raj? Staple food. What is our staple food? Amal Raj, tell me.
Rice.
Rice. Okay, so South Indians basically every time, okay, related with the food we are thinking about what rice flour. Okay, so everything is related with the rice only. Okay, so basically South Indian government is basically giving importance for production of various what you can say, various types of rice. Okay, the same time we are going to North India, the agriculture sector they are giving importance to North India. Grishma, Amal told that in South India we are giving priority to the production of rice, and in North India what are doing?
Wheat.
Wheat. Very good, wheat. Okay, so it is clear for you. It is clear for you, right? Okay, so what the people need, what the economy need, the government is planning, or government will do, or government will produce that. Basically, give importance to the production of that particular thing. That only. Just understand that. In view of limited resources, when we produce more of a commodity, it means we will be able to produce less of another, because more production of an economy. So this much enough. Okay. If you are tried to produce one particular thing in more quantities, definitely it will result a problem, or it will lead to a problem. Okay, example, two variables are there. For example, in South India, we are able to produce wheat and rice, but we are not producing wheat in more quantity. Instead of that, we are producing a rice, because our land we are utilizing to the production of rice. So wheat production will decrease. Okay, understanding or not? Land is a resource. We used the land, or we allocated land for the rice production, and obviously what will happen? Wheat production will decrease. Vice versa in North India, what will happen? They will allocate the land for the wheat production, and what production will decrease there? What production will decrease there? Rice production will decrease. Yeah, Aishwarya, she told the correct answer. Rice production will decrease, of course. So if you are going with one particular product, definitely it will result the next production will decrease. The next production will decrease. So that's what the thing here. Okay, so always the government want to think what to produce related to the economy, related to the culture, related to the heritage. The government want to decide what to produce. So the next point says that, so the economy has to choose between capital goods. Capital goods. The next word for you, capital goods. What is capital goods? They are machines, tools. Capital goods nothing but, okay, the physical goods. It is physical goods. We can touch it, we can feel it. Such kind of goods are basically called as capital goods. Okay, that related with the production, machines, tools. Okay, utensils. Then everything is coming under that particular usage. Capital goods. Okay. Next one is civil goods. Civil goods. Civil goods means that goods that using by civilians. Civilians means common people. Okay, like a cloth, a watch, radio, etc. That is used by each and every person. Next one is consumer good. Consumer good. So every time we require that. So Without a civil good also we can live, but a consumer good is very necessary. What is that? Wheat, cloth, shoes, sugar. I mean, there's something related with the food items. Military goods like guns, bombs, tanks, etc. The necessities of life. Other products are the coming under this category: food, clothing, housing. Food, clothing, housing. That also the responsibility of the company to produce. Luxury goods, without this also we can live, like such as car, color, TV, etc. Okay. So goods can be classified into various. That is called to be capital goods, civil goods, consumer goods. Next one is military goods, necessities. Okay, and the luxury goods too. I already told you that what are necessary goods and what are luxury goods. Okay. The guiding principles for an economy here is to allocate resources in a such a way that gives maximum aggregate utility to the society. So the best thing what we want to think here is in what to produce. What is that? Always want to produce the things that is required for the masses, those who living in the country. Okay, the guiding principles of an economy here is to allocate resources in such a way that gives maximum aggregate utility. So we want to use the resources in its maximum. If land is a resource, maximum utilization of the land. If labor is a resource, maximum utilization of labor. If the capital is the resource, maximum resource of that particular capital. Okay, is it clear for you? This was clear for you?
Yes, sir.